Hello, everybody. Jess Lohse, another weekly update for SBCA, Structural Building Components Association. Hope everybody had a great week. I know I did. I'm a day late, some travel. I'll get to that here in a minute. But the first news that I really wanted to talk about, and it came out in industry news this week, is our kind of some position changes within SBCA. We've got Sean Shields moving into the Director of Marketing role. And it was one of those, a few months ago, we were making some changes there, and he came to both Molly and myself and said, hey, I'd really like to fill the market development, go out and try to promote the use of components a little bit better, do all that. I had kind of been thinking about tweaking that position to make it more encompassing with all of marketing, to where the messaging can be similar, and having the same person responsible for both will be beneficial. So really kind of recrafted that position to where we're looking at the marketing, both to component manufacturers and to our framer members, our associates, that, we've got to get information out to them, but also the market development of how do we get architects, engineers, builders, code officials all engaged in understanding components better, from both roof trusses, wall panels, floor trusses, that sort of thing, and kind of making sure that they're all kind of wrapped up in that same role. So Sean's going to have an interesting job, but I know he's up for it, in that he has 20 plus years of experience working with components and understanding the stories of all of our manufacturers and kind of the things, the challenges that we've got to work through. So I could not imagine a better person for that. His learning curve time is going to be about zero because of just how much he does know. So I'm excited about that. We're going to be able to go out and make some impacts with that. We're just transitioning some things with the role, but behind the scenes, but great to have Sean in that role. Really excited about that. But obviously that created a problem when we were going to do that. How do we backfill the Director of Communications position? And put a lot of thought into that. And I'm like, okay, do we go out and look for somebody brand new? And I thought, well, let's look at what we have to work with internally. And that's where Christine Wagner came into my mind, as far as understanding, the role of what I want communications to be. Obviously, we need to continue the effort of the magazine, industry news, a number of things that Sean is going to be kind of handing over to her, but also, like, what can we do for messaging? What can we do to be a little bit more on point from our officers, our members, our board members, as well as our staff, like more traditional communications types things, and being more purposeful with that. So obviously Christine and Sean are going to be working closely together on all that, but I'm looking forward to, developing more messaging, being more specific about what we're trying to get across, more coordinated with that. So look for that with Christine. I'm excited for her. Obviously, she came into the industry and to SBCA as kind of my executive assistant. She did a tremendous job there and made my life really, really, really easy in a lot of different ways. But she learned a lot along the way, and we probably took advantage of her skill set. She is very talented. I'm excited to see what she's going to do in this new role. But we're not going to be taking advantage anymore. We're going to be putting her right where she needs to be, which is going to be exciting for the Director of Communications role. So with that, obviously, then we needed to have a new executive assistant. That's where Nikki Hilton came in. She's been with us now for a few weeks, really doing a good job. Christine's been handing things over to her. And, if you need to get in touch with me, Nikki's going to be the place to go to make sure it happens. If you need to get something in the schedule or whatever, it makes me much more efficient. I'm able to do a lot more. I have no idea how helpful that would be going into this role, but it's been tremendous. And, Christine set the bar high, but I think Nikki's going to do just great with it, and really excited about that. So kind of in a nutshell, I've been in a hiring mode for quite a while. With that, we also replaced Stephen, our software support specialist. We've got Shannon in that role now. Stephen has moved on. He's actually going to, become a pilot, I believe. So we had a little bit of turnover there. And then also our Director of Education, Ashley Baker, we hired her. So really, I've been in a hiring mode since probably Thanksgiving, which it takes a lot, and obviously we have a great team, and I want to be very purposeful on the people that we add. And that is really important to make sure that we have the cohesion as a unit with our staff, because we are all remote, and you need to have good communication, you need to be able to understand each other, how they communicate, what you need to do all that, being that way. Obviously, we are able to get together, a majority of us, multiple times a year through OQMs and BCMC and staff meetings and that sort of stuff. But it is important to where we've got the communication, being able to do that, and making sure that we're purposeful with who we add to the team. So really had a good experience with that, bringing on all those folks. One more that we're looking to fill, I believe, we're kind of getting to decision points, that business development director position. Almost got that finalized. Should be hearing more about that next week. That's what I've been focused on this week. But it is one of those that, yes, I think we're almost to the end of that process. For those looking for updates there, I'm excited about that. Difficult decision, highly competitive. And it's one of those to where you get 3 or 4 people that, yes, skill set. And it just comes down to, what do you think that culture is going to be like and how do you work with that? But overall, very good experience. Really happy to have a staff that I think is going to be tremendous. We'll be introducing a lot of them at the O2M coming up, and then throughout the year at different events. So you'll be able to interact, know where to go. And then I'm excited about the work that they're going to produce, especially like the education piece and Sean and the new marketing and Christine, kind of putting her spin and her feel and look to the magazine and all those different things. So it's going to be a lot. We'll probably, the magazine will probably be looking at some different authors and some things there too, to bring some people in and try to, have some voices heard. But that's one of those that, again, we're trying to, tell the stories of the component manufacturer. Sean's written some great things about that and just all the different things that we produce. I'm really excited about it. It's been a great experience. We're looking forward to what the future holds, and, we're really getting out there with it. So next week, I will be at IBS with Sean, Christine, and then Greg Greenlee, our technical director, not director of technology. That's a weird title. Technical director. So he handles the nuts and bolts, the engineering, the ones and the zeros that way, as far as calculating loads and those types of things. Great to have on staff. He's been doing a lot of good work with the code development and some things that we're looking at there, as well as just understanding different codes, the TPI-1 standard, how it works, throughout the different things. And so you'll be seeing some of that stuff as we review all of our technical research reports, which mostly are the SBCA research reports. But with that, making sure that they're modernized. Also, if we have needs, feel free to reach out and we'll be talking to him. It's nice to have that expertise on staff. So he'll be there as well. So IBS next week. If there's anything you guys would like to talk about, feel free to reach out. Hopefully see you on the show floor or, somewhere along the way in Vegas. And then the week after that, I'm actually going to take off on vacation. So you might not hear from me for a little bit, but looking forward to getting away with the family somewhere warm, and we will go from there. With that, I'm getting a phone call from, I'm not quite sure who, but we'll see what they have to say. Till next time, peaks up, press on, have a great week, and we'll talk to you later.